stage. There is one man who, of course, on social media has been described as a superman, as someone who now possesses some facets, some abilities that not many can. But it's actually not probably a superman or an alien. He's just going on to confirm that if a human being wants, there is a transformation that can happen and you can reach phenomenal potential. We are now talking about the Polly Umrigar Award, and let's quickly have a look at the champion who is going to receive it.
In international cricket, Virat was an ominous touch in becoming the first ever player to score double centuries in 4 consecutive Test series.
It's the 4th double hundred for Virat Kohli, all in one season, and he becomes the first batsman in Test history to register 4 successive double hundreds in 4 successive series.
He also finished 2016 as the highest run getter across formats with an astounding 2,595 runs to his name. 2017 saw him replicate the feat, but this time around the difference between him and the second highest scorer was more than 800 runs. He also broke records on the one-day international front, becoming the fastest to score 8,000 and 9,000 runs, surpassing his close friend A.B. de Villiers.
Incredible stuff, 9,000 one-day international runs for the Indian captain. Still a young career in many ways.
It's no secret that Virat is the master of the chase. In 2017, he broke Sachin Tendulkar's record for the most centuries in chases.
Get his 100th run, and once again it is chasing down a total. He paces these innings to perfection.
Virat leads from the front, having scored more runs and centuries than any Indian captain before him, justifying the tag of King Kohli.
Ladies and gentlemen, the recipient of the Polly Umrigar Award for 2016-17 and the following season, 17-18, the youth icon, captain of the Indian men's cricket team in all 3 formats, the one and only Virat Kohli.
Good evening, one and all. Thank you very much for giving me this honor twice in a row. My wife's here today, so it makes it more special. The awards didn't happen last year, but I'm glad they didn't because she's here now and we could attend it together. It doesn't do much help when it comes to extra baggage because, you know, I'm collecting both in one go, but I just want to thank all my teammates as well for supporting me, for believing in me and giving me the push when required, and the management also. So I'm just very grateful to be here. Thank you.
Ravi, you've seen the evolution of Virat, not just as a batsman, but also a captain who's taken responsibility. From these 2 seasons, any standout moments, some chat that you had, some moment that stood out, where you were to earmark and say, greatness is around the corner for this man?
I mean, that was there, and it was evident for everyone when they saw him batting in Australia. You know, when he got those 400s. But then to carry on from there, get that consistency, you know, going, you know, right through the 2 seasons, you know, is remarkable. You know, I'll tell you one instance. This was last year against Sri Lanka. You know, he was going to miss the one-day series because that body needed a break, you know, and it was the 2nd Test match in Calcutta. You know, he wasn't going to really play that 3rd Test match. He was going to miss the 3rd and the 5 one-day games. He got a brilliant 100. You know, for us to come close to winning a Test match, you know, where there was nothing. And then, you know, he asked, what do you think? I said, when you bat like that, don't waste good form. He said, no, I'll play the last Test. He played the last Test, got a double 100. So, you know, it just goes to show when there's mind over matter, and especially when the way he sets the bar when it comes to training, the work ethics, you know, one should not be surprised, you know, with that kind of performance because the effort is there. And everyone in the team, you know, like to emulate him, you know, follow what he does, you know, by way of training, by way of discipline. And the results, what you're seeing from the Indian cricket team, you know, he has a big role to play in that. And it's not just because he's standing here, I'm saying that, but there is a definite drive and push that comes from the top that makes a lot of difference.
Virat, just one final question on these 2 seasons and the awards that you're getting. Personally, as a captain, as a batsman, was there a moment which took the maximum out of you emotionally and just when you felt it, the pressures, the rigors of it all?
Does the last 2 count or?
Yeah, of course you can talk about that.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, different. definitely
I think the game at Cape Town, which was probably going to seal the series for us somehow, because we wouldn't have lost it afterwards. I ended up playing all 50 overs and my body was done. I was totally spent, and I think I didn't field for 5-6 overs initially because I was so mentally and physically drained in just the first phase of the innings. But that was really pleasing because there are moments in the game when you feel like you might not be able to do it, and then something inside you says no, you have to keep pushing, and then you end up achieving that, and then later on you feel like, wow, if you do this more often, special things can happen more often. We won that game and we wouldn't have lost the series from there on, and then we ended up winning that historical series, which was a very special moment.
And in fact, in the last few seasons, the only time we've heard that Virat's lost out in a competition was probably the cardio competition with your wife. You admitted it, right?
Yeah, she's much better at cardio.
New standards coming, boys. New ones coming out, new regime coming. Once again, a big round of applause for Virat Kohli, recipient of the Volume Rigger Award for 2016-17 and 17-18. From the International Cricket Council, the CEO, Mr. David Richardson, if you could please come up on stage for the next set of awards, which of course are as special. The first one, this is a prestigious trophy, pretty much something that all international cricketers have their eye on. Ladies and gentlemen, it's with great pride that as a fan of the Indian cricket team, I join you all in congratulating Virat as he picks up Sir Garfield Sobers Trophy for ICC Men's Cricketer of The other one that's coming up is the ICC Men's ODI Cricketer of the Year. Once again, it is the captain of the Indian team, Virat Kohli, collects another one for the evening. Just a mini one.